I'm Nancy Rivard, President of Airline Ambassadors International. I spent my entire career working with American Airlines. And when my father died unexpectedly at age 54, it was a wake-up call for me to look closely at what I was doing with my life. I left a corporate job at AIA to embark on a 7-year search for meaning that resulted in the founding of Airline Ambassadors International. We are still the only charity leveraging connections with the airline industry to help vulnerable children. We accomplished amazing things with our members from many airlines and as an NGO with the United Nations. We escorted 3,000 children for life-changing surgeries, hand-delivered over $60 million in aid directly to children in need in 62 countries. We didn't know anything about human trafficking until we saved a girl in Cambodia and subsequently correctly identified trafficking on 4 flights in 2009. Our first tip led to the bust of a pornography ring in Boston, saving 86 children. I alerted my airline, but there was not much interest. So I enlisted the help of Congressman Smith, author of the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, the first legislation in the United States, to help us get the word out to airlines. In 2010, we provided 2 congressional briefings. However, when airlines didn't take any action, we took it upon ourselves to develop the first industry-specific training on human trafficking awareness, consulting closely with the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, and the Department of Transportation. We provided our first training in 2011, just before the Super Bowl, in Dallas-Fort Worth, and the room was packed. At each training, we brought an actual survivor of trafficking and invited government officials, law enforcement, and local NGOs, as well as airlines and airport employees to participate. With the support of the flight attendant unions, we influenced national legislation with the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2016, which mandates for U.S. flight attendants to have training. In 2017, the International Civil Aviation Organization issued Circular 352, a guideline for human trafficking awareness for cabin crew, and the Airports Council International and IATA also adopted resolutions for airlines to train staff. Airline Ambassadors has completed 117 airport trainings in the United States and 16 other countries around the world. We are the only organization providing peer-to-peer training, including survivors as trainers, offering both 90-minute presentations or longer train-the-trainer program for airline airport staff. We involve participants in real case scenarios where our members have identified trafficking, both for sex and labor, on airplanes, at ticket counters, in the waiting lounges, baggage claim, and even bus drivers have correctly identified trafficking. With each training, our expertise increases, and we've identified relevant issues combating this global crime. One challenge is consistent multinational reporting protocol and the inability for law enforcement to receive data-rich information or to share data on human trafficking. We developed a social innovation with our Tipline App, free on Google and iTunes, that solves this problem. It geolocates and enables the user to anonymously report with pictures, text, email, or phone. We have given it only to our trainees since 2017. Our app has received 1,217 tips, undoubtedly saving lives. This is a crime linked to drug smuggling, money laundering, arms trafficking, and terrorism. It is the fastest growing criminal industry in the world. We are proud of our partnership with the American Association of Airport Executives, Crime Stoppers, ECPAT, and the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. It is essential that the public and private sector work effectively and collaboratively to combat this global crime. Airline Ambassadors looks forward to working with you to end modern-day slavery.